Welcome to Smalltalk Daily for Tuesday, July 7th, 2009. This morning I thought I'd go through a few more basic UI things in Web Velocity. Let's just take a look at these menu items up at the top: New, Repositories, and Filters. First one here, Filters. Pull this down, you see that normally you're looking just at applications. You can also filter by libraries and templates, but let's filter to all. And you see that there's a lot more sitting in the repository than you're familiar with. There's all of this C-side and JavaScript stuff. There is all of the applications you've built. If I filter instead just by libraries, you see that I get all the libraries, which is the scaffolding themes, all the scaffolding stuff. If I filter instead by applications, we get back to the familiar look that we have when we start the thing up. Repositories gives you access to all the repositories. Notice by default you're connected to personal, but I can connect to any of the others. This is one that's not going to be in your list. This is the CentCom internal repository. But I can connect to the Web Velocity one, so I can select here, and it's going to change my view to stuff that's in the public repository here, and then I can switch this back going to personal. I can also add new things. I can add, of course, a new application, which I've shown you before, a new library, which would be some new library, presumably a JavaScript thing, which I'm building. So I can also pull down New Repository, and it's going to pop up a dialog here, and I could type in some details about a repository I want to use. I'll pick Postgres, because it turns out I happen to have one running on my local Mac here, so I can put this in, the port information, the database, and the schema that it's using, my username, and of course the password. And at this point, I've given this a name local, hit OK. And now under repositories, you'll see that there's now an additional option here, local, which has some libraries in it that I work with that I don't want to share with anybody at this point in time, or that I want to have versions of that I don't necessarily want to share. So anyway, those are the things you can get to from these menus that I haven't really covered before in these screencasts. And that gives you some basic background on things you can do right off the bat with Web Velocity. So that's about it for today. Until next time, have fun with Smalltalk.